say I am completely surprised to see you here before me. Were you surprised to be knocked out so soon?
I wasn't surprised to be in the bottom two, but I didn't think I'd be knocked out. I mean, you know, I'm gutted I'm knocked out, but what can I do? I'm here now. I've got to be positive and look to the future.
Why weren't you surprised to be in the bottom two?
I wasn't surprised to be in the bottom two because I knew I had just a really bad song compared to the other guys in the competition. I mean, I think everybody that night had a better song than me. I mean, everyone had a fast, you know, nice clubby track, and I had this kind of mid-tempo sort of chill out song, and it just didn't work. For me, it just didn't work. It didn't work for Monday when I got it, and it didn't work on Saturday night when I performed it. And I think no matter how good my vocal performance was, it was never going to be great with that track. So.
Do you think that's one of the reasons why a lot of judges said you didn't maybe connect with the audience? Do you think that's one of the reasons that stops you from connecting?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like trying to connect with someone you don't get on with. You know, there's always going to be that barrier there, and I didn't get on with that song, and I just couldn't connect with it. And I was trying to give it my heart, but my heart wasn't in it from the word go. And people can say to me, "Oh, you're a performer. You should be able to put your heart in it and get it across." But you know, I've got a passion for music, and if I haven't got a passion for something I'm doing, it's very hard to get it across. And I really, really tried to love that song as much as I could.
So who picked that song for you? Who are you blaming?
I'm not blaming anyone for picking the song, but Simon picked it. You know, in my eyes, he made a mistake. And, you know, if anyone's to blame, I suppose it's me for not changing it. You know, I mean, I tried to trust my mentor because, you know, I came into this competition completely naive of what was going to happen. You know, I'd never done it before. You know, I didn't know what it was going to be like at the live shows. And he said, trust me, this is a good song for you. So I tried to respect his judgment and trust him. And it didn't work, but, you know, what are you going to do about it? It's all good, isn't it, at the end of the day?
You did sing it very well,
I've
though.
still got my elf.
Exactly. You're
So,
still here.
yeah.
Let's talk about your relationship with him, because there's been a lot of Cheryl and how much input she has into her three contestants and how close she is with them. Was Simon quite close with you? Did he have much input?
Simon himself wasn't very close because he's a busy lad. You know, he's always running around back to LA and back to England. But you know what? I had a good team of his working with me, and they were as good as talking to him, if not better, because they were around all the time. Do you know what I mean? So I kind of think about it. Do I have a judge that kind of is there for him a lot but has to go away, or do I have a team that's there for me whenever I need them? You know, and they were there whenever I needed them, and they were a great bunch of guys. So, you know, I thank my lucky stars in that sense. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to push blame on anyone or try to sort of hate anyone. At the end of the day, it started, it ended, and I enjoyed it while it lasted, and that's what I've got to sort of think about. I've got a number one single at the age of 22. I've still got my health. I've got lovely parents. You know, I've got a lovely girlfriend. I've got things going well for me. Life ain't that bad.
You were in the sing-off with Rachel. Do you think if you'd have been in the sing-off with somebody else, that it might have gone a different way?
Sorry, is there a phone going off? Will you hear that?
I think it's outside.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just didn't want that to ruin your sound.
It's okay.
I think if I was in the sing-off with anyone, it probably would have swung the same way, because I think that Louis got rid of me because he thought I was a threat. You know, because I don't think I should have gone, and I'm not saying that in a big-headed way. You know, I'm not trying to come across like, oh, I'm this and I'm that, because I don't think I am. But I think I had a hell of a lot more to give, and I think I was robbed of that. You know, and I generally think I had more to give.
So tactical voting, you think, is going on there a bit?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, everybody else they've let go to deadlock, apart from me, and I think if it had gone to deadlock, I think I might still be in that competition.
So what do you think? Do you think this has stemmed from a few weeks back, something brewing between the judges?
I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a competition. You know, it's like a race. You know, they're not gonna. If someone trips over, they're not gonna help them up. They're gonna just keep on running. I think Louis saw his opportunity to keep on running, and he went with it. And all credit to him. You know, if I was in his position and I had an act that I wanted to win, I probably would have done the same thing. So, again, I don't hate him for that, but you know, I probably ain't gonna be sending him a Christmas card this year.
Simon's got one act left. One act. He's just got poor old Owen. Do you think? I mean, I'm quite surprised that he's the last one remaining, given that he doesn't have the strongest voice out of all three young guys.
Yeah, I mean, Owen's probably not got the strongest voice out of the three guys that were there, out of the two of us that were there with him, but sorry, so to speak. But he's a great lad, and do you know what? He knows how to work things to his advantage. And do you know what? Everyone's got weaknesses. You know, I've got my weaknesses, which were showed, and everyone's going to have the weaknesses. It's learning to sort of work around them and build on the positives. And I tell you what, the kid's got a lot of things going for him. And you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he did really, really well this year.
There was a comment made during your critique about the fact that you were perhaps a little drawn to the dancers. Several of the dancers.
How could you not have been drawn to the dancers? They're all gorgeous. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, if there's gorgeous people, you're gonna sort of go, oh, you know, very nice. It's, you know, I'm a red-blooded male. I just looked at them and thought they're nice-looking girls. You know, I wasn't. It wasn't like I was put off by that. You know, I had to flirt with them in the song, and they're all a really nice bunch of girls. So, you know, yeah, they're all gorgeous, but I think that was a bit of a wind-up on Simon's part.
And him winding you up about your love life, he said, oh, he's got a girlfriend, he loves them all. But it's all his love life in the papers today. Have you been paying any attention to that?
Do you know what? I don't read the papers. Is that really bad? I know I probably should, but I kind of just don't tend to read the papers. I'd rather read a book or something. It's just, for me, I find them all a bit much. There's lots of stuff going on, and some of it's true, some of it's false. I kind of, you know, there's not enough facts in papers for me to be reading them.
Did you get a sense that he was going through a heartache while he was with you at all?
I don't know, to be honest with you, I didn't see him for long enough to know what he was going through. You know, I saw him blow drying his hair and he had a quick chat with me, and then I was on stage, so I don't know. Who knows?
Simon blow drying his hair, that's a thought. Quite like to see that.
Mm.
Anyway, what do you miss most about the whole competition? Is it the house? Is it the people? Is it the getting on stage?
Do you know what? At the moment, I'm so sort of in a place right now. I don't think I'm sort of ready to miss anyone, or I'm kind of almost relieved that I'm not there now, and I'm sort of back to being myself again. You know, and I can get on with my life, so to speak, and do things I want to do. I felt kind of stripped down of my musicality in there. You know, I felt like I was pushed into doing things I might not necessarily have wanted to do in the outside world, and I'm glad that I've got the opportunity to do that now with the publicity I've got, and hopefully people will see a side of me that they really like, rather than just seeing a side of me that was okay.
So what is the real Austin? What's your real style? What would you like to put out there?
Love my soul, love my rock and roll, love my blues. I mean, I love people like James Morrison, I love George Benson, you know, Luther Vandross. There's certain things that I didn't get to show on that show, you know, which is so unfortunate, but you just got to grin and bear it, I think.
So the Soul Week could have been coming, and we could have missed you doing your stuff up there.
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to go up there and done a Stevie song or done a Benson number, but, you know, as I said, you know, there's still chances for me to go out there and perform, and for people to sort of listen to my stuff, and hopefully people will hear what I'm doing and really like it.
And you have, because I know as part of the contract you have to kind of go around and do lots of performances. Are you happy to kind of still do all that?
Yeah, I'm happy to still perform, but I will be sitting down with my band and writing like there's no tomorrow. There'll be smoke coming out of my pencil, don't worry.
And who are you putting your money on to win, or who do you think we should be putting our money on?
I mean, for me, I think Laura's great. I've said that since day one. I mean, I think she's cracking. I think the fact that she's very musical, I just hope they don't give her too many gimmicks, you know, because she's the sort of person, if you give her too many gimmicks, you'll make her very wooden, and she doesn't need that. She's like a female Lionel Richie, you know, you give her a piano and a mic and just let her do her thing, and she's fantastic.
Rachel, after forgetting her lyrics this week, do you think she'll go any further?
It's a tough one with Rachel, you know, she's a nice person, but I think a lot of it's whether she melts down on stage. You know, she can flip out, and I just hope that she keeps it together, because she's a nice person, and she's got all the attributes to be a really, really great person and a great performer, but it's whether she can hold it together, and I think she will, but I hope to God she does.
Got to ask, how did you guys celebrate after finding out you were number one?
Do you know what? I haven't had a chance to celebrate because I've been stuck in a hotel all on my own, waiting to sort of be interviewed and stuff for the show. So I haven't had a chance to celebrate yet. But I'm going to see the guys on Tuesday because we're doing some shooting for the video for it. So it's going to be good.
What can you tell us about the video? Do you know any kind of style, what it's going to be? What it's going to
I can't tell you about the video. You've got to wait to see it, you naughty things. Always trying to get information out of me. I can't tell you anything. You've got to watch it and find out.
Is this your first video shoot? Is this the first one you've ever done?
This is my second video shoot. I did a video shoot for a program I did for E4 called Boys Will Be Girls. So I did a video shoot for that, but it was a slightly different video shoot. I'll let you find out about that one and find out what I mean.